Hi friends, today we can see asexual reproduction in fungus. In fungus, we can see both sexual and asexual reproductions. Asexual reproduction, it is also called somatic or vegetative reproduction. Here, there is no union of nuclei, sex organelles or sex cells. We can see different methods of asexual reproductions: fission, budding, fragmentation and spore formation. First we can see fission. This is similar to the binary fission in amoeba. Here the parent cell get divided into two identical daughter cells, and this is mainly occurring in yeast, mainly Schizosaccharomyces. Second method is budding. This budding, it is also occurring in somatic cells, and here we can see a bud originates from the parent cell, and after that this bud get enlarged, resulting in a new cell and get detached from the parent cell. This is the process of budding. This budding, it is mainly seen in yeast, that is Saccharomyces. Third one is fragmentation. Fragmentation means disjoining of hyphal cells, and each fragment, here we can see the hyphal cells, these cells get detached or disjoined and into small fragments, and each fragment or each cell, hyphal cell, become a new organism. Here we can see different cells, and these cells get detached to different fragments or individual hyphal cells, and these hyphal cells become a new organism. This is mainly occurring in mushroom, yeast, mold, etc. Coming to the spore formation, the common spores mainly seen are, that is asexual spores, sporangiospores, conidiospores, arthrospores, chlamydospores and blastospores. Based on number of cells in spores, asexual spores are again classified into amerospores, that is one-celled spore, didymospores, that is two-celled spores, phragmospores, that is spores with one or more transverse septa, then scolicospores, here it is filiform or thread-like spores, then staurospores, here the spores are having radiating arms, helicospores, these are spirally coiled spores. Another type of spore is chirospores. Here multicellular conidium can be seen resembling a hand with the fingers more or less together. This is the diagram. This is amerospores, then didymospores, then phragmospores. Here we can see septum, it is called pseudoseptum, and then dictyospores, then scolicospores, helicospores, it is helical, then staurospores, here radiating arms can be seen, and chirospores, here we can see this is similar to a hand in which the fingers are placed close together. Okay. First we can see sporangiospores. Sporangiospores, these are single-celled spores. They are formed in a sac-like structure called sporangium. Here we can see this is a sporangium. It's a sac-like structure, and the sporangiospores can be seen inside the sporangium, and the sporangium, it is formed on the tip of a special hyphae called sporangiophore. This blue-colored hyphae or filament is called sporangiophore, and here we can see an indigo-colored columella. It's a dome-shaped structure, and this columella, it is a dome-shaped structure and is found at the tip of the sporangiophore or within the sporangium. Columella's function is nutrient exchange. And the sporangiospores may be either motile or non-motile. Example for non-motile spores is eplanospores. Then motile sporangiospores are zoospores, and zoospores can be seen in Pythium. And the locomotion of these motile spores, it is done with the help of flagella. Two types of flagella can be seen, whiplash flagella and tinsel flagella. Whiplash flagellum, it is also referred to as naked flagellum, and the tinsel flagellum, it is having lateral hair-like structures or appendages. And the whiplash flagellum consists of two parts, long lower portion and short flexible upper arm. Here in the diagram, we can see whiplash flagella is a naked flagella, and in the case of tinsel flagella, we can see feather-like appendages. Here, this is a zoospore, and this zoospore have two types of flagellum. One is tinsel flagellum. This is the main body of the zoospore, and this is the whiplash flagellum. It is absent. That is, it do not possess appendages. Here, this is the diagrammatic representation again. This is the nucleus of the spore, and this is the basal body. From the basal body, we can see two flagella are arising, and this whiplash flagella, it is again a naked flagella, and here tinsel flagellum, it is having feather-like appendages or hair-like appendages on the axis. That's all about sporangiospores. Then next we can see conidiospores or conidia. These conidiospores, the specialty is that they are born exogenously and vary in size, shape, color, septation and ontogeny. And a conidium is a characteristic of a particular species. That is, it will be distinct for each organism. And see, we can see two types of conidia mainly. Microconidia and macroconidia. That is, microconidia, these are single-celled conidia, they are microconidia, and macroconidia means large multi-celled conidia. You can see both, this is microconidia and this is macroconidia. Here we can see different types of conidium, that is, each fungus have a specific type of conidium. Conidia are formed at the tip or side of a hyphae, and this hyphae is called conidiophore. Two types of conidal arrangements can be seen, acropetal arrangement and basipetal arrangement. Acropetal means new conidia, they are formed at the tip of the chain, that is, oldest conidia are at the tip. Then basipetal means new spores are formed at the base, that is, oldest conidia are at the apex. Arthrospores, these are single-celled spores. They are formed by the disjoining of hyphal cells. Here we can see the vegetative hyphae. The disjoining of cells give rise to arthrospores. Then chlamydospores, this is thick-walled single-celled spores, highly resistant to adverse conditions. We can see two types, intercalary or terminal spores. This is the terminal chlamydospore and this is the intercalary chlamydospores. Fusarium is an example for chlamydospore production. Then last type of spore is blastospores. These are the spores formed by budding. An example of a fungus that forms blastospore is Candida albicans, and it is also known as blastoconidium. This is the structure of blastospores, and this is, here we can see grape-like cluster of blastospores can be seen. This is the blastospore. Hope you understand this session. Thank you.